Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from. My name is Tomi, and this is JourneyFX with Tomi. If trading is your thing, you can follow and click the subscribe button so that you can be notified whenever we drop a video. So, if you have been trading from the beginning or trading with me from the beginning, you know that these are my favorite players, especially GJ. And I will just give you what we caught or what I caught last week. So this is the 22nd of August, and let me just, because I wanted to clear it and let's we analyze, but let me show you what we did. So I know some, let's say majority of the traders that trade GJ caught this beautiful market movement, and you can see. So let me explain how we caught this. So you can see that I'm waiting for it here, and I'm waiting for the market is bullish, and I'm waiting for it here, but it didn't really come to this zone. Instead, it tapped into this other block and tints to the upside. So I didn't really, I just still tap that okay, market is going to come and tap using that this zone and liquidity. But you can see that where the I mapped out, I saw that good order block. We're like okay, and you can see market tapped it, but I didn't really enter immediately. For those that will be working, going to office, they can just place their pending order and go to work. They will still be on good profit. But you can see that I didn't be entered from here. My Excel will be very big, okay, and I don't want to take chances. So what did I do? I had to wait for a change of character, and then I look at where I kept my Excel. So you see what I did here. So this is what we have on. This is what we had, and this trade hit TP on Friday. I entered this trade on Friday. He hit TP on Friday. So this week, what are we expecting? So let me delete this and this and this and this and this and this. Okay. So I have to go to the higher time frame. Let's go at least to 4 hours to see what the market is telling us to do. Let's see where price is reacting from. So you can see where I mapped out in a 4 hour demand, like okay, there's a market structure shift here, and this is a good origin I mapped out. And you can see that price is reacting through or from FVG. Can you see FVG? It hasn't really entered our OB yet. So but let's check the daily time frame first. So in the daily time frame, it has already tapped into the daily OB, right? Okay, it hasn't tapped into the daily OB. It hasn't tapped into the daily OB. Let's set it properly. Okay, it hasn't tapped into the daily OB, and market is really bullish. So, but I love waiting for it at the 4 hours origin. So if there's any retracement, I'll be like, okay, so what am I going to do? You see this line? I'm going to bring this line here, so that if market gets into this origin, I'm going to know that market is reacting from the daily OB. But now from 4 hours, you can see where they rally. After market reacts into this key zone, this is a key zone from the weekly time frame. From the weekly time frame, you can see this break of structure, but market did not really come back to the origin. Instead, it tapped into this other block here and pushed up. You see, so when it tapped into this other block, I I didn't really enter through this place because I was not really around when it tapped into this OB. So what did I do? I hold on. You can see market was not giving me a good and clearer structure, and market would continue pushing to the upside. So now what are we waiting for this week? Now for this week, you can see that price is really bullish, is really going to the upside. So we have to read the market structure. You can see we had this break of structure, this break of structure. We also have this break of structure. So now we are going to look for the recent break of structure. We also have this break of structure. And this is a break of structure. No matter how you want to call it, the market broke the structure with a full body candle. And you can see the origin that caused it was here. Now we also have this origin here too. Here, this is also a good origin to wait for. Right, so we are going to delete this. So now that is the origin, the two origins that I'm really looking at on DJ. but we are going to continue analyzing. So you can see how far this place is. So this part will be what? Pending. I also have this origin too from here. This is also an order block. Do you see? And we also have this point here. Now, for people, this is 1 hour. For for you now, what do you think? Will you wait for it in this zone, or you're going to wait for it in this zone? Hmm? Which zone that is preferable you will enter from? Will you enter from that zone, or you're going to enter from this zone? You're going to continue. You're going to be adjusting it to we get into our time frame. So what do you think? So this is it. So what do you think, guys? Is it a waitable? Is it a waitable or is not waitable? Is it waitable or not waitable? So for me, you can see in 15 minutes that zone has been mitigated. So I'm going to enter with what? And secondly, why this first zone for me? I can't really wait for it on this first zone because there's no liquidity that price wants to come and clear. For those that will be like, okay, this zone now, this is not an A plus setup because there's no FVG market to come and fill. Do you get? There's no FVG market is going to fill. And this point too, there's no FVG unless it's this zone. And that's not really a good entry for me. I don't enter those kind of entry. I've told you that before then. I'm waiting for price here. Okay, I'm waiting for market here. So what I'm going to do is that if I don't enter on Monday, I'm going to enter on Tuesday. If I don't enter on Tuesday, definitely market is going to give me opportunity to enter. But let's check in 5 minutes. Okay, so for 5 minutes, this is how it is. For 5 minutes, it has everything we are looking for. Break of structure, FVG. Okay, so we're going to enter here with, even if I want to enter here with 0.5, I'm going to enter it with 0.2 to make sure that I cut my losses. I cut my Excel like half of my lot size. Okay, so this is actually what I have on GG. So what do you guys think? Is it a good trade? But for me, I'm going to enter this trade with confirmation. And one thing you need to know that Mondays are not really that strong impulsive on origin because they really respect the nearby origin then to push to the upside. What I mean is that they really focus on the immediate block that they are seeing. So we just look at, I'm not the market, I've analyzed, and this is what I really have here or here. Okay, so let's see how it goes. If it's a good trade, we are going to go into it. But these two zones I'm waiting for on this pair. So let's go to Australian dollar. For last week, I didn't really see any origin. I didn't see any trade on Australian dollar, but Australia last upper week, it gave me money. It gave me enough. When I mean enough money. It gave me enough money. So let's continue. So for top down analysis, I'm in the weekly time frame, and you can see price is reacting from this order block here. This order block here, and you can see a break of structure from the weekly time frame. And we are bullish. So I'll go to the daily time frame to see how beautiful it is. So this is a key zone. Market reacted from a key zone. So we are just going to write key zone, So when you break construction, this is the origin, and you can see how beautiful it is. But we have this other origin, that is break structure here, this tumbling block, and you can see it's a beautiful other block. Okay, that we need to look out for. Our market is into it like full time. Well, we saw this change of character, but this is the last break of structure. Market has going to change of character, but market has to break the demand, this demand zone here. Okay, so after then, because why did I map it out? See this, we have this break of structure here. We have this break of structure here, and there was a change of character. Okay, good. And you can see markets markets came into the FVG before dropping down. So we also have this zone too. Let me tell you why I map out this zone. That's why I take profit. I use these zones as my take profit. Okay, not for anything, just for take profit. So I'll be like, okay, there's this tumbling block that is there waiting to eat my money. Okay, so it's not really a big deal. So we just need to adjust this zone, but I don't really want to focus on those parts because market has not gotten to that point, but it's good to map them out. Okay, it's good to map them out. So for 4 hours, you can see how it is. We have to read. So now for people that will come and start reading from this point, oh yeah, it's not necessary because market is far from there. So you just come to the recent at least 2 to 3 other blocks. You just okay, you can see the market is tinting to the upside. So for me, I love starting from here. This is a break of structure, and this is a break of structure. Now, for those confused, where's the origin that caused the break of structure? This is the origin. This is the origin of the movement. Now, but this is the origin that caused the break of structure. Do you get? So let's continue. Now you're going to adjust this to this point. Let's see if we're adjusting this. So this is now a key zone because it doesn't have another block. So are we going to we're just going to keep it that way. But I love using my tools so that you tell me that that's a 1 hour. There is something we need to look out for there. So let's go to 2 hours. In 2 hours, you can see that there's nothing. Okay, we have this other block here. Let's go to 1 hour. Okay, it's being mitigated, but we have to adjust it. We have to adjust to this point too for us to know what we are doing. Let's just look at it again. So we go to 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, we have this origin. Now, in 30 minutes, we have to calm down and read the structure. So we had this break of structure, and this is it. It tapped into the FVG and pushed up. We also have this break of structure here. We also have this other block. Now I'm going to explain this other block. So we're going to still look at where price is reacting from the 30 minutes. If it's something we are going to be scared of, so we are going to adjust to this point in 30 minutes, okay? Because there's nothing for us to be scared of. There's no stumbling block. There's no really stumbling block that want to disturb us. So now I enter my trade in 15 minutes. Now in 15 minutes, This is the trades that we have picked from the higher time frame. Now you can see we have origin 1, origin 2, we have almost 6-7 origins. Now 6-7 origins. We can also see a but this is a break of structure too here. Okay, so for me, what I'm going to do, you can see that it gave us a break, but there's no good origin, and this is the first origin, right? You can also see that this first origin is not appetizing. So for me, there is nothing on Australian dollar because market is still far from here. It's either markets give me a good structure for me to continue the push, or you forget about it. But if there is anything, this is the zone. You wait for it. Either this one or this one. You get. Okay. So that is it. But let's see how it is. But for now, there's nothing on Australian dollar for me. For this Monday. So we'll go to US oil. For US oil, you can see that in US oil, I'm not going to clear my chart. I'm just going to explain how I cut those trades. So US oil is bullish. US oil is bullish. Now it's bullish in the sense that you can see how bullish it is. And I came to my 4 hours. Since it's bullish, I'm going to now whenever you see this gap, know that is a what? Is a long candlestick. Anytime you see this, just know it's a long candlestick. Anytime you see this thing, is a long candlestick, is a long candlestick, is a long candlestick. Okay. Now I like to this, but if you really want a clearer to see the long candlestick, you can go to another broker. But why I'm using this broker is because my trading MT5 only accept this. Like I can only use this numbers to place in my MT5. So let's continue. So now you can see that market is bullish, and what I'm looking for are buys. We have this break of structure here. Market is coming to the origin before moving to the upside. You know that this is the origin. This is the origin in 4 hours. But market did not come to the upside. So you can see giving us another break of structure that okay, this is the origin. You get in 4 hours. This is the origin. Let's go to 2 hours. Now in 2 hours, you can see that this origin is looking as if it's scattered. Okay, it's looking as if it's liquidity that market is going to sweep, and you can see how it is. So for let me explain how I caught this buy. So I went to 1 hour. You can see 1 hour. The market broke structure. Market broke structure, and that is the origin that caused the break of structure. That's why I was waiting for it there. And you can see that market came in and what pushed to the upside. So now after market pushed to the upside, it gave us another break of structure, and this is the origin. This is the origin, okay? And now after giving us that origin as a break of structure, I came to 30 minutes. Now in 30 minutes, you can see that origin has been mitigated. Now you see what I'm talking about. This origin, everything, the origin have really come out. So after market has broken the structure, listen, no, that was the last. If you look, that was the last break of structure, right? And now where's the origin that caused it? This was actually the origin that caused it. But let me go to 15 minutes and explain properly for you. So now that's the break of, and this is the origin that caused this break of structure. We also have this origin here. Okay, we also have this origin here. So instead of me to map this as an origin, I cleared it because I felt like market is going to use the down part as liquidity. That's why I said. Now I've been waiting for this trade for a very long time, like a very long time, since on Thursday, and I can see that market showed me shaggy, up down. It didn't even tap me in nothing, nothing. Now some people be like, okay, why didn't I look for entry inside the middle? I'm that trader that, so far as market have not hit my Excel and it does not hit my TP, even if market hits my TP, I'll say, okay, fine, that trade has been invalid. But so far as market does not hit my TP and it does not hit my Excel, anything that happens in the middle is none of your business. Some people, they'll be shifting to make sure they cash these pips. Yes, that's true. But I don't do that way. I see it as liquidity. These 2 points are now liquidity for me because everything is intact. Other block, FVG, liquidity, origin, everything is intact. If it's a good trade, it will hit my TP. If it hits my Excel, what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait for it here. If here hits, I know that I have to calm down. I have to calm down. So you have to calm down to see your what strategy. So this is what I have on my 3 pairs. I have this buy on US oil. I have this. Let me see if I have. Okay, we have these two setups that we are looking at for. We don't have anything on Australian dollar. So for now, what we have is what US oil and what British pound. So by Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm going to drop a video on how this trade went and what I am looking for. Don't forget that we took our trade here, so that I like mapping it out so that I'll know where what I am doing. We took our trade out, okay. So that's it, guys. This is JourneyFX with Tomi. My name is Tomi. Please subscribe. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Okay. Then for those that want to come into our inner circle, it is free. Our community is free. Our community is free. We don't pay money. We don't ask you for anything. You just join. So in case you want to be comparing our trades with your trades to see if we are, especially those that trade FMC, if you want to compare, I'm going to keep the link below under this video. So I will see you on Wednesday. Bye. Don't forget, this is JourneyFX with Tomi. My name is Tomi, and here we trade simply. We trade what simply. And if you have the same setup, you can put it in the comment section. So bye.